Ladies, so what does this picture look like? What is this?
Somebody cooking.
Somebody's cooking, okay? What's our verb for that in español?
Cocinar.
Cocinar. Muy bien. So cocinar is our verb here. And so while we're going over this, you guys are just paying attention, following along,
Do we write that?
trying to think this. You're not going to write anything down until I tell you to write again. So cocinar is our verb here, right? So when we conjugate this in the yo form, we say yo cociné. Yo cociné. Alright? Yo cociné. This is our ending. So our steps, if we take those one more time, we look at our notes, we find out what kind of verb it is. AR verb. Okay? Then the next step is that we make it into our stem. So cocine. Then we look at our chart, and we know that, then we find out who we're doing it for, and I said we're doing it in the yo form. And so then we find out what our ending is, and it's cociné. Okay, so on our chart, if you look at the yo box, you have this E ending. So we know exactly how that should be done. Okay? So we're going to look at another one. And so what do the people in this picture look like they are doing?
Dancing.
Dancing, okay? And so Essence told us that that verb is bailar. So what steps do we need to take? What's the first thing we do?
What form?
What form is it? Is it AR, ER, or IR?
AR.
AR. Okay, then what do we do? What's step 2?
Conjugated in the stem verb.
Okay, so we get the stem, and we get B-A-I-L, just like Janisha said. And so if I tell us that we're going to be doing this again in the yo form, okay, then what's our last step?
E.
Baile, muy bien. Baile. Yo baile, that means I danced. And it's specific, right? Because we know exactly either when I danced or where I danced. It was a specific, completed action. Okay? Good, muy bien. So we're going to keep doing practice like this as well. So there you can see it is baile. Baile. Okay? So if I told you we're going to do it in the to form, and this verb we're going to use is he is using the computer. So does anyone know how to say to use? Usar. Muy bien. So usar is our verb, our AR verb. Okay? So what's our stem? Us. Okay? And so then we look at our chart. We find out where the to form is. And Essence says it is usaste. Usaste. Okay? Just like it tells us there. Usaste. Alright? So we are going to move on to this next one here. We're going to skip that example. If we are traveling, what is our verb for to travel? Viajar. Muy bien. That's one of our vocabulary words. So we should know that that is one of our words for this week. Okay? Viajar. Viajar. Okay? And so if we're saying usted via in the past tense,
Viajó.
viajó. Okay? Viajó. Just like this. Viajó. With that O ending. Okay? We're going to skip forward to get to the ER verbs. So we have some more examples here. We'll go over more of these examples tomorrow. But I want to make sure that we can get to the ER verbs. So here's something special that we also want to remember, okay? So for the ER and IR verbs, they have the same endings. Alright, so again, this is where you're going to write the yo is the I with an accent, okay? Make sure that you can see your accent on your paper because it is extremely important that you guys have the accent. If we aren't putting the accents, then it's a different word, just like we've talked about in the past. And so on your papers, you have ER box and you have the IR box. So you're going to be writing these in the same words in that box, in both of those boxes. Okay? Yeah. So I made that mistake earlier. So we have yo with the E ending, to. Ladies, make sure that you are following along and putting these in your boxes. To with the ise, then el, ella, and usted. With yo. Then again we have nosotros. There's a blank space there for a reason. And then the ellos, ellas, and made a mistake earlier. Okay, so in the past tense, emos is what we put for both ER and IR verbs. Okay, so earlier I told you that emos was what we put, and I made that mistake. So please make that correction at the top where the nosotros ending point was, and please make sure you put the emos. Okay, and then we only have a couple things left on our papers. So as soon as I see that everybody's got our boxes filled out, we'll fill out the last part of our notes, and you guys can get started on the homework. So the IR box is the same. The IR box is the same stuff. You're going to write the same endings in the IR box. So I see a lot of us have that one blank. So the same ones go in. Yeah, same ones here go in this box. So these ones, all the same, go in the IR box as well. Good, Sam. So make sure you fill out this box. Is the same thing here. Okay, so these ones, for example, so you want to erase those ones. And then you're going to put these same things in these boxes here. Okay? Right. All right. So the same thing goes in both of those boxes, and we're going to fill out the last part of our notes on the bottom where it says ojo. Okay, on that bottom part there, I'm going to skip our examples for now so that we can make sure that we get to this part. So right where it says ojo at the very bottom, where it says ojo at the bottom, you're going to write the yo and usted forms have accents. So there are two blanks on that first bullet point underneath ojo. You're going to write yo, the y is already there for and, usted. They have accents. Okay, so that'll help us remember. So if you look at your chart boxes, you can see that those two are the only ones that use accents. Okay, and that's very important that you remember that. What do you mean? Okay, but this part here. No, the yo and usted form is what you're writing in that blank. So this is the sentence on your paper.
Oh, okay.
Except where it says and, it says y on your paper. So the and in Espanol, y. So you're writing yo and usted on those blanks. Okay, then the next thing, your blank says the nosotros forms of AR and IR verbs are the same as in the present tense form. Okay, so this is the third time you're seeing this on your paper, so that it will help you remember that. Okay, and just like we talked about earlier, read the sentence to help you figure out if it's talking about the present tense or the past tense. And by past tense, I mean the preterite tense. Okay, and lastly, it says ER and IR verbs in the preterite tense use